For detailed study, please visit the website, biologymam.com, and follow the social media profiles. Links are in the description. Isomers of lipids. Fatty acids can exist as isomers, meaning they have the same molecular formula but differ in the arrangement or orientation of their atoms. Isomers of fatty acids can have implications for the biological activity and physical properties. Here are 3 common types of isomers in fatty acids. Geometric isomers. Geometric isomers, also known as cis-trans isomers or geometric stereoisomers, occur when there is a double bond in the fatty acid chain. The position of the double bond can give rise to 2 different geometric isomers, cis and trans. Cis isomer. In the cis configuration, the hydrogen atoms bonded to the carbon atoms adjacent to the double bond are on the same side of the molecule. This causes a bend or a kink in the fatty acid chain. Cis isomers have a lower melting point and are often found in liquid oils. Example of cis isomer: oleic acid is a common cis monounsaturated fatty acid found in olive oil. It has a double bond between carbon 9 and carbon 10. Trans-isomer. In the trans configuration, the hydrogen atoms bonded to the carbon atoms adjacent to the double bond are on opposite sides of the molecule. Trans-isomers have a straighter chain structure and exhibit higher melting points. They are commonly found in partially hydrogenated vegetable oils and are associated with negative health effects. Example of trans-isomer: oleic acid is a trans monounsaturated fatty acid formed during the partial hydrogenation of vegetable oils. It has a trans double bond between carbon 9 and carbon 10. Positional isomers. Positional isomers arise when the location of the double bonds within the fatty acid chain differs. For example, a fatty acid with a double bond between the 9th and 10th carbon atoms is called a delta-9 fatty acid. If the double bond is between the 6th and 7th carbon atoms, it is known as a delta-6 fatty acid. The position of the double bond can influence the biological activity and metabolism of the fatty acid. Example of delta-9 fatty acid: palmitoleic acid is a delta-9 monounsaturated fatty acid found in various animal and plant sources, including macadamia nuts and sea buckthorn oil. It has a double bond between carbon 9 and carbon 10. Example of delta-6 fatty acid: gamma-linolenic acid, GLA, is a delta-6 polyunsaturated fatty acid found in certain plant oils, such as evening primrose oil and borage oil. It has a double bond between carbon 6 and carbon 7. Chain length isomers. Chain length isomers refer to fatty acids that differ in the number of carbon atoms in their chains. Common fatty acid chain lengths range from 4 to 24 carbon atoms, with the most abundant being 16 and 18 carbon chains. Fatty acids with shorter chains, such as butyric acid, 4 carbons, and caprylic acid, 8 carbons, have distinct properties and biological functions compared to longer chain fatty acids like palmitic acid, 16 carbons, and stearic acid, 18 carbons. Example of short-chain fatty acid: butyric acid is a 4-carbon fatty acid produced by gut bacteria during the fermentation of dietary fiber. It is found in butter and has a role in intestinal health. Example of medium-chain fatty acid: caprylic acid is a 10-carbon fatty acid found in coconut oil. It is used as a dietary supplement and has antimicrobial properties. Example of long-chain fatty acid: arachidonic acid is a 20-carbon polyunsaturated fatty acid found in animal-derived foods. It plays a role in inflammatory processes and is a precursor for certain signaling molecules. Comparison between the isomers of monomers. It's worth noting that isomers can have different physiological effects in the body. For example, certain cis-isomers of fatty acids, like omega-3 fatty acids found in fish oil, have been associated with various health benefits due to their effects on inflammation and cardiovascular health. Trans-isomers, on the other hand, have been linked to increased health risks when consumed in high amounts. It's important to note that the term, monomers of lipids, may not be as commonly used for lipids as it is for other macromolecules. Lipids have a more diverse and variable structure, and their composition and properties can vary greatly depending on the specific lipid class. For detailed study, please visit the website, biologymam.com, and follow the social media profiles. Links are in the description.